Welcome back to Listen Dame, episode 5.
Is it 5 or is it 4?
It's 5.
5? Wow.
6.
Episode 5, I believe. Even if it's not 5, well,
We'll
it's
fix
the
it.
next one from the one before. Today's topic, we're going to talk about our experiences regarding when we had our license or to get
Whoa, what do you mean when we had? Mine wasn't suspended. I don't know about you.
when our experience getting our license. There you go. That's it. Who wants to go first?
Babe, you want to go since you're the most recent graduate?
Yeah, true.
Just put me on the spot every episode.
Yeah.
I got it this year? Last year.
Last year. That was last year.
I got it last year. I took 3 driving classes. They almost failed my ass.
I trained you a little bit.
You did train me a lot. Every time we got in the car, you're like giving me advice and stuff. But my driver instructor, she was bomb as fuck.
Except
She was amazing. There was a day that I didn't get to have a class with her. It was like you had to confirm it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's episode 5.
Okay.
It
There
is.
you go.
I was correct.
For the
I
record.
was just wanting to make sure.
for the record, it is episode 5.
Is that
You're
it?
saying that?
Yes.
Anyways, nothing. She was mad cool. There was a day that she wasn't there, so another guy had to teach me. He was such an asshole. And I complained to her, and she told me she was gonna bitch him out because she didn't like him either. Whatever. That was great. When I had to do my actual test, the lady, like the owner of the actual 24-hour facility, she was a bitch. She just had bitchy vibes, and I literally did everything right. I think she didn't like how comfortable I was because I would do everything. Not that I did everything fast, but the way that, like, if she would tell me, okay, now do a 3-point turn, and I would just do my thing and whatnot, she would just be like, and I was just kind of looking at her like, why the fuck are you tripping? Like, I'm doing this right. I'm not gonna be like, okay. No, bitch, I'm fucking been doing this for 3 days. Like, I'm
For
doing
3
shit.
days.
And she even told me towards the end, she was like, you almost didn't pass. And I just kind of just had a blank face and like kind of like, but I'm like, fuck you, bitch. I'm not gonna pay any more for these classes. She was like, I think $450 or something I paid.
You know, it wasn't cheap.
But whatever. Shout out to my driving instructor. She's super nice.
And young. She was
She's
super
very young. I have her on Instagram. She's mad dope. And I've been driving for like 6 months, I think now.
Was your experience in getting your permit easy?
Oh, getting my permit was hilarious. I always had help. That's the funny thing. In this journey, I always had people like having my back. For the permit, I made an appointment. I had to watch a video and then do the test. But like I was struggling with some of the questions because I'm not a great test taker. And the
How was it?
owner,
It wasn't like
I was by myself. It was in a room full of computers, and it was like a
Yeah,
screen,
yeah.
and it was like a bunch of questions, but you can see like how many you're getting wrong and shit.
mm.
And I was already at that limit. Like, bitch, if you get 2 more, you're fucked. So the lady
That's
would come
true.
in to see like how I was doing, and I guess she saw that I was retarded and stuff. So like dumb. And people are so sensitive nowadays. I'm not making fun of them. I'm talking about myself.
Get a sense of that.
Yeah.
And nothing. She literally would look at my test, and if she saw that I was stuck, she'd be like, "It's B," and she would walk away.
She helped you cheat?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wow.
And
I
here
didn't
I
have
am.
that experience. Okay.
And honestly, compared to compared to the
I don't
a
drive
lot,
bad.
No, compared to a lot of drivers that have been driving for a long time, she drives perfectly fine. And I've told her that, in my opinion, I think what her struggle is the most is when it comes to parallel parking. And again, parallel
Well,
parking is tricky.
I haven't really been in the car with her so much. I think maybe like
A handful.
less than 5 times for sure. I think it's been like 2. But
I don't know why. I like to
Yeah.
drive. Well, yeah, we went to the gym. Remember?
okay,
when
yeah, so it's been 3 times.
You know what's funny is that when he first started driving, I remember he had told me, oh, come with me to Publix.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he needed to get something or he just wanted to drive.
Yeah.
I remember being in that car, like, not because he was driving bad, but
You were
I was
just
so
scared.
scared.
He's a new driver.
And then he saw it and he was like, stop making me nervous. And I was just like, ah.
Well, I don't really remember stuff like
You
that.
must have blacked out.
I don't remember that. Pero you want to go and tell your story?
Yeah. So obviously I got my permit when I was 15 because
Right.
all my friends were getting their permits too. It was literally a freshman year in high school. I don't know about you guys, but in order to graduate high school, we needed to get one online credit.
Nope.
So at the time, if you took the driver's ed course, it counted towards it. So I'm like, fuck it, knock two birds with one stone. And so I took it online, and everything was going well. Since I took it online, I was exempt from the drug and alcohol test. So all I had to do was the road rules and regulations. I passed it easy, no problem. Then the day of the DMV, I'm so excited. I'm so nervous and it was pretty quick because I had all my documents, I had the appointments. It was just literally show up, take the picture, sign my name, get my my card, and leave. Well, my ass, when I went up there, I'm just like, and I blinked as soon as she took the photo. And she's like, you blinked. I'm like, oh. She's like, okay, go again. And I'm like, and I blinked again a second time. That time she started laughing. She's like, why don't you just smile? I'm like, I'm just
Blinks and
nervous.
smile.
I'm like, I'm nervous. She's like, smile. I'm like, so as I was smiling and I went like this, that's when she took the picture. I was like, okay, cool. Now you're thinking, okay, that was the worst of it. No, this is what happens when you're nervous. When you get your license.
Fail.
At first, you have to, have your signature. John, how do you spell my name?
Petro.
What do you spell when you get rid of the R?
Pero.
Pedo.
Yeah, which is fart.
Pedo.
Pedo. Oh,
Pedo. Like pedophile.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
true.
was so nervous that I forgot.
I didn't really.
Yeah.
I haven't really thought about
I forgot to put the R in my name. So for like a year and a half,
it. Damn, so you were nervous.
I was nervous. I was excited. and
forget.
nervous.
Like if you're like going to jail or something.
Yeah, no, really.
Jeez.
Whoever that facility that I went to, they were all menaces of society. The way that they took my picture, like the camera angle was down here, and all you see is a big baba down here in my picture and my fat ass face.
But the
like,
thing is with like the driver's license, just like your picture in your passport.
Yeah.
oh my god,
They
you don't
never
want to
come
know the
out
picture of my
good.
passport. They're like
They
it
never
looks like
come
a
out good.
mug shot.
You'll be like, can I retake it?
I'm not gonna lie. I think I look pretty good in mine, but
I don't look good in mine for sure.
But-
That's why I'm like, I did it because I just needed it right away. I took the picture and I'm just like, just give it to me. But yeah, no, that's.
and then let me just finish out my story real quick.
Yeah.
So then about like a year and a half later, I had already got enough experience and everything. I already drove
Wait,
enough
so-
hours.
When you misspelled your name,
Yes.
what did you have to do?
I didn't realize until way later.
Oh.
Until I think by way later I mean like a couple days later.
Okay.
I was like, fuck, I got pedophile written under my name. I don't want to get bitch smacked by a little phone.
Oh shit.
Gosh.
Okay.
So then about like a year and a half later is when I went to go get my actual license. So I had to take the driving test.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point I had already been driving my dad's car. So we just took my dad's car to use it. Because if you don't have a car, they'll supply you with a car.
Mm-hmm.
And well, the lady was this old, mean, and I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say it, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I know Lexi even went also. She was like, okay,
She was
I
there.
want you to put the lights in the back without braking. I'm like, the fuck you mean? How am I gonna use the brake lights without braking?
I don't even know how to do that.
I'm like, so I hit the brake. She's like, no, do it again, but don't put it in reverse. I'm like, I hit the brake. She's like, no. Fucking, I put it in reverse and then I put it back to normal. She's like, God. I'm like, she's confusing the fuck out of me. I'm like, I don't know what she wants.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. But whatever. So then she's like, she
Why
gets in
is
the
that
car.
important?
Yeah, she gets in the car. She's like, okay, what are you gonna do? I'm like, seatbelt, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. So I back up and I go into the actual driving course because in many places they don't have an actual driving course. You just drive in the street, like in here. So I was so excited. I was confident, but the thing is, this lady made me nervous. She fucking already pissed me off that I came in too hot, and I had to do the turn I almost fucking flipped the car. That's what it felt like.
God.
That's what it felt like. That's what it
Yes.
felt like. But I was like, after that, that's when I was like, okay, I'm fine. So then we continued the rest. We parked, reverse park, 3-point turn, asked her some stupid fucking questions. One of the questions that she gave me, I had never even heard. I never saw it on the test or anything. It was, when you're going up the hill to park, what do you do?
Oh yeah, they've asked me that. They asked me
I
that.
wasn't prepared for that. So I'm like, okay,
Are
do
you
this.
prepared now?
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure.
I was like, okay, so you do this, this, and this. She's like, there's 2 more things. I'm like,
What?
and then she said them, and I don't remember what she said, but I know that they were fucking stupid. Whatever. So I finished driving around the course. She's like, okay, go back into the parking lot. I parked. She's like, park wherever you want. And she's like, 100%. I passed it. No problems. All of that. For nothing, just to fucking stress me out. So then when I went in to take my picture this time around, I knew, smile, don't fucking blink, and don't forget the R in your name, so you don't come out as a pedophile for the rest of your life.
True.
But the thing that pissed me off was I was waiting for my ID to be printed. Usually it just takes like 5 minutes. We were in there for about 40 minutes. They forgot to hit submit for mine.
Oh wow. But it be getting that packed and busy that those
And it was
things be
raining that
happening.
day when we got home.
Damn.
I mean, DMVs are always busy and crazy busy.
If
But
I
that's
wanted
why
to
you gotta-
take my
you gotta-
picture, I can do that.
I think so, but I'm pretty sure again you would have to. There's
Like
processes
make an
involved.
appointment.
No, of course you have to make an appointment, but I'm not sure how to go about that. Honestly, you have to
Yeah.
look that up.
Good to know.
But damn.
I mean, hey, I aced it. That's fine. I'm happy with that. But also, here's the thing about the DMV: they're very inconsistent with how they go about things. Because that same lady, the way she treated me, she passed me with 100. But that same lady failed a bunch of kids before me, and from what I saw, like from the outside, that looked fine. You get me? And then when my sister went to go take her driver's test to get her license, same thing. She had already gotten her permit. She did the same thing. She did it online with high school. FLVS, Florida Virtual School.
What?
I said FLVS, Florida Virtual School. I'm gonna forget. The lady that that tested her, she was mean. She was rude out the get go,
Smelly.
and she
Was this at the same DMV?
at the same DMV.
Okay.
And the lady didn't even go over like a bunch of different questions that they should have done. Example, that one, the parking uphill, that everybody does. I didn't know at the time, but everybody does. And she failed my sister. And I already been in the car with my sister driving at that point, and my sister drove fine. I'm like, what the fuck? And my sister was crying. She was like, she was super upset. And so when she went in to retake the test, like a couple weeks later, she passed it again, no fucking problems. And this person actually asked her all the questions. So that just goes to show you, it also depends on who the driving instructor is at that moment.
Why do you make it so tough on people? Like, it's hard enough that we have to learn, like, we have to freaking learn this new thing and be safe and be aware and shit and blah, blah, blah. And it's like you're being an asshole.
For no reason.
Relax,
Literally for no reason.
bro.
Especially, I'd say,
You're getting paid for this shit.
and also I say especially when it comes to kids, because you're a kid at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing you want to do is scare them and make them even more nervous, especially while they're driving. Dude, you don't know. Maybe the kid can freak out and hit the gas, and then they crash, and then guess what? Next thing you know, you got a bruised asshole. Like, anal leakage.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Clip that.
I think,
Put that as a YouTube short.
I think,
Anal leakage.
I think that also those people like to have a rep of being like hard asses or being scary and stuff like that. Like, I don't know what it does to their ego.
or maybe like the instructors just get
Look like
tired
a
of
big
people.
fat chode, bro.
Maybe because they get people that probably like you know, you work
Of
in
course.
something in sales and you get people that are just super annoying or don't know what they're doing or like, you know, and they're teaching or instructing people quite a
All day
few
long.
amount
Oh, yeah,
of
all day
them
long.
every day type of thing.
It's the
So it's
I'm super
you know.
nice to everyone. But if you're an asshole to me, I'm an asshole back.
Yeah, I mean,
The DMV is not known for their customer service.
yeah, that's
For
true
no
too.
department.
That's true too. My experience was, it was
How many times did you
So
have to take
shut
that
up.
test?
I was,
Spin it.
I was like 19 or 20,
1998.
and my mom was she was like pushing me to get it. She was like, you need to get your license, just get your license. And I was just a little bit kind of like not giving a damn about it, didn't really care. And then she was like, get your license because that way you can take my car, you can go, you know, run errands or whatever, like for her, not for
Yeah.
me. And oh, and then she was even like,
Excuse me.
if you get your license, I'm gonna give you like $500, and that kind of motivated me.
You're like, oh,
You
shit,
know?
I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. So I was like,
I can get Chinese food with this.
it was like it motivated me.
Here.
I never got it, but
What?
yeah, it motivated me. Yeah,
She finessed you.
yeah, for
The
real.
real menace of society.
So when I went to take my
I'm
permit
not surprised.
test, I'll never forget. I did the drug and alcohol test at home because you could do it at home. Fucking cheated the shit out of that.
Oh, everybody did.
I used Google on that because
That shit was
you know
horrible.
it was at home. So how
I
can you
haven't
not?
drug and
you know?
alcohol since like 2018 or some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I
for a
did it
long
like
time.
years ago,
Yeah.
and it was just sitting there. The certificate.
So I cheated on the drug and alcohol test because I feel like everybody does, and then when I had to go take my permit, I was given like this like booklet with all of the tests, questions, and all that. Well, everything that had to do with driving, and at the like very back of it, it had like 100 of questions or so. And it wasn't fucking multiple choice. You had to actually look for the answers within the booklet. So I studied that, but I guess I didn't study it enough.
Oh, no.
So you know, when you go take the test, the first try, they normally like you pay for it, and then the second time will be free. The first time around, that was like that for me. And then I will never forget. You answer like 20 questions, and if you get 5 wrong, you fail it, and you have to retake it. So the first time I did it, I failed it, and then the second time was free, so I was able to take it again, failed that one, and then that's it. The other time I had to pay.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a free, you know, it wasn't free anymore. So I took the test 6 times. Okay, I took the test 6 times.
The writing test.
No,
The driving?
Yeah, the permit for the permit, like what she did with the screen.
Okay, yeah. So the actual like test of the rules and
Yes,
regulations.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
but not the actual driving.
No. It was just to get the permit. I took it 6 times. Whatever, like it is what it is.
What do you do at a yellow light?
By
Speed the
the
fuck up.
by the 6th time, you know, by the 6th time I had to take it, I already knew all the fucking answers to the fucking
Yeah,
questions.
at that point you're
Also,
So I passed that, and then when I had to go get my license, I hired like a driving teacher, and I took like 4 lessons with him. It was a package deal. If I took lessons with him at the end, it's also included with the driving test,
Yeah, so it'll
and
be
then I
free.
can get my
It'll be
license.
free.
Yeah, I don't remember the cost of that, but I
$200,000.
I did get to do that. So I learned with this guy. I think it was like 3 or 4 lessons. It wasn't more than that. And then after that, it was just to do the test, to take the actual driving test. But I felt like I was ready.
Yeah.
From what the guy taught me. I'm glad. I think it was like a Dominican guy. He was very. He had patience because I'm not the fastest learner. But I did a good job. So when I went to go take the test, I was also very like super nervous. Because it's like you're taking the test and you don't want to fail. And you're spending money on it. Like, you know, you're
Yeah.
losing money if you don't fucking pass. So I took the test. It was also a guy. And it felt like it was like 10 seconds, the fucking test.
Yeah, it feels
Because
fast.
it was the DMV was in a shopping plaza, and I had to get in the car that was parked in the plaza and go to like a back neighborhood behind it and just do the 3-point turn and then come back and park. Like it was super, super quick. But the guy wasn't telling me shit.
was
So
just
I
telling you
didn't
to drive.
know. He was just telling me what to do, and I had to do it, and that was it. But he wasn't being like, "Oh, you're doing a good job," or "No, you're not supposed to do it." Like,
Damn.
nothing.
They were just letting you drive, see how it is.
Yes. So
Dude,
I was like,
My lady was looking at me and she was like,
yeah. So
I
I
was
was like, I
Pretty
did
good
not know if I
pictures.
was doing a good job or not until the very end. And the guy, even when we finished, he didn't even say, "Okay, you passed." He was just like, "Okay, go inside and whatever." So I waited inside. I'm there, nervous as fuck. And then I'm there and taking my picture and all that stuff. And then the girl at the counter, she's like, "Okay, well, you're gonna get your license now, whatever." I was like, "Okay, I passed." She's like, "Yeah, that's why you're here. You passed." I was like, "Okay, nobody told me." Like, I'm like, I'm thinking here, I'm waiting for my fucking results if I passed or didn't. And she's like, "No, you passed, you passed." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I got my license, but I never got the money that I was promised. And to this day, I'm pretty sure if I brought that up to mom,
She's gonna be like, "What are you talking about?"
she'll be like, "I don't remember this. No, I don't think so. I didn't say that."
She's gonna
Or
try to
whatever.
gaslight you.
Yeah. Mhm.
she'll
And,
gaslight.
yeah, and I'm like,
Correction.
I'm sure, I know I was promised money to get the fucking license. But, and
I wasn't promised anything.
she said I'll get money, right? Never happened. She said she'll let me use her car, right? Never fucking happened. I had to actually,
Buy your own car.
no, I had
Steal
to not necessarily steal it, but
Steal it.
I would
Thief.
at
Break into
times,
it.
I would at times, get her key and just drive on my own.
While she's sleeping.
Yes. But if I didn't do that, she would have never trusted me with her car. Because after doing that for a good amount of time,
When she found out.
no, she found out because I
wanna tell
told
her?
her.
Oh.
Yeah, we
What
were-
about the Christopher story?
That was later on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because at first it was a good length of time that my mom didn't know that I was leaving the
Sneaking
house
out.
and taking her car. And then I will never forget. We were at a park, at a water park, and we were in a pool. And then I just decided to tell her, and I was like, "Mom, look, just so you know, I've been taking your car at night, and I've just been driving around, whatever. Because what the hell is the point of me having a license? Just have to have it there,
Yeah.
and not
You need to
I'm
practice.
gonna lose
it or
what
lose it.
what I was taught. So after that moment on, she let me drive it
Was she
alone.
pissed?
Yeah.
No, she was like whatever about it, but and then she let me drive it alone, not with her in it. I think it took a while for her to
feel
finally be okay with me in the car, because I needed a teacher to teach me, because the first time I ever tried to learn how to drive a car, my mom took me to the Publix parking lot, and it was like 10 p.m., which there's nobody there, and she was freaking the fuck out, and I was barely just getting out of the parking spot,
No, you can't learn that.
and she was like, no, freaking out, if I'm about to hit somebody, well, nobody being around, and I'm like, she was like, no, I can't do this, I can't teach you, I don't have the patience or whatever, and I was like, well, okay, so then I had gotten my instructor, so which worked out. But yeah, she couldn't do it. I taught Christopher, and then I think he also got a teacher, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I taught Christopher for a few, and then he got himself a teacher, and then that was it.
Yeah, and then when it came to you, Christopher helped you out a little bit. You had your teacher.
Oh yeah,
helped
Christopher
you out
let
a
me
little
use his
bit.
car in the parking lots and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then you would help me, and
And
then
then that one guy almost ran Chris and me over, and you were pissed off.
oh my god, that was
Hmm.
So what happened was that we were practicing her turns and her parking at the parking lot at the mall. And so me and her brother were outside, we're guiding her, and we're like, okay, we want you to go right over here into this parking spot, and we want you to turn and go out through over there, and we're just going to practice this over and over and over and over until you feel good. And so her brother and I, we're right there, we're waiting for her, we're talking, and then this one guy in a shit box, a Subaru WRX STI.
You would know the
Yeah,
model of the car.
it was silver. Silver. You can hear that shit from a mile away. It sounds like a fart. To me. I'm not lying to you. It literally sounds like it's shitting itself and the guy decided to just, I don't know if he thinks that it made him look cool or some shit, but he decided to drive super fast, like straight at us, but like just close enough, I guess, to like scare us, but not close enough to like actually hit us. She couldn't tell. She thought the guy was gonna hit me and Chris. Well, no, the guy literally just drove past us super fast and it's fucking just and Chris and I were looking at each other like, what a fucking bitch. And then we look
I
over
think
and
Christopher
Amanda,
said you flipped him off or something. I'm not sure.
you flipped him off.
You didn't see shit because the guy drove so fucking fast. I genuinely wanted to chase that car down and like tell him a couple things, but I just couldn't even fathom like what just happened. The guy literally like they're right here and he literally drove by like right there. Yeah, like that.
So for the people that are listening and not
I can't see it.
seeing,
Super close.
It was yeah, within like
Couple inches.
no,
Couple inches away.
not inches. It was like 5 feet away, but still, from your angle. it
Okay,
looked
well from
different.
my angle it looked like a couple inches away.
Yeah.
That's why I was furious.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you stopped the car right then and there.
I did.
The look that she gave them, I'm telling you, there was more hatred in our eyes than Hitler had for the Jews.
Damn.
Well, also, I don't know about you, but like now that I've been driving for so many years already, I'm kind of tired of it.
Oh,
Like
bro.
I prefer to be driven than drive.
I always prefer to be driven.
I prefer to drive. I just
Have been getting
Without
driven the
paying
majority
for it.
of your life.
Without paying for it.
it's called having a
Uber
boyfriend.
should like
It's called
give me
having
my
a
money
boyfriend.
back.
It's called having a boyfriend, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
I have this thing that if I'm driving with shoes, I'm the happiest girl in the world. I can drive anywhere. But if I'm wearing like my sandals or not sandals, but like my
Open-toe shoes.
yeah, my open toe shoes that are not necessarily like flip flops, but whatever. If I'm wearing that, I can't drive. Like it's very hard for me to
No,
drive.
of course. Like,
And my
you're supposed
mats
to wear your
have
shoes.
like ripples, so my actual chancla will get stuck on them. And I need to change that mat.
Well, she's still a new driver technically, so she's.
I told her that
You
eventually.
still, you still need like more time to like you know,
I just feel more
drive more
secure
of
with
the streets.
shoes. I almost got into an accident the other day.
She did.
I know. I was on the phone.
Yeah.
Fucking assholes.
Cars and
Hi, Aliyah.
if you're in the mall, there's no reason to drive fast. Like there's literally signs that say 15 miles per hour. Like there's people that like walk
There's
where
babies.
cars are supposed to drive. They
There's
don't give a
babies. There's
shit.
kids walking
Kids
around.
be running around, and like the mall where I work is dumb as fuck. Like the way that they have the whole thing set up, they have big ass bushes where you can't even see cars coming in. But
Way to catch
whatever.
yourself.
These fucking people be driving like 45 miles an hour inside of a parking lot. Like, where are you going, bro? Like, you're not going in. Relax.
Yeah, I mean,
Relax.
people here are
Like, you want to say,
they like.
And I've seen the most illegal shit. Like, people trying to get into like shopping centers and they literally like cross over streets and like make you brake out of nowhere. And then they look at you like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, you're the one doing the illegal ass like turn here. I will flip you off. I'll tell a story about what happened to you with that guy in the gas station.
what happened?
It happened recently. My blood pressure went up when you told me the story.
The one that I was driving to a park, and in the lane that I was driving, I stopped at like right at the entrance of a gas station. And there was this guy that he was driving this Lexus drove out of the spot that he was in super fast to leave the gas station, but I was there, and there was no space for him to get in front of me. There was barely any space for him to get in front of me. And by the time he was trying to come and like trying to do the attempt to get in front of me, I had already moved a little forward, not really seeing him that, what?
Nothing. That we're both immature.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you said, oh, when he couldn't come, I was back over here, and I heard that, and I see her eyes go, and I went. You're saying.
Anyway, so basically he was trying to cut in front of me, but didn't end up happening. And then I didn't notice him, like I didn't look at him. And when the light turned green, I kept going. He went like speeding, went to the next lane, went forward, and got in front of me. But then he kept like braking.
Okay, you try to brake check it.
Yeah, and that's never happened to me before. I never had anybody try to do that.
It must have been a fucking Gen Z. Or something.
So he was doing that.
Like a boomer.
So he was doing that, and at that time, I noticed that he had pulled his window down, and I can see from his mirror that he was looking behind to me. So the only thing I just did was I kind of positioned my dash cam properly, and so he can see that whatever little game that he's trying to do, I'm catching it and recording it.
You on camera.
Including like his license plate, So, and then after that, he speeded the fuck away. after he saw that, he must have been like, "Oh fuck," and then he just left.
My man driving on a suspended license.
and yeah, but that was pretty fucking stupid in his part to do. Because either way, I wasn't in the wrong. I wasn't in the wrong to. He couldn't like get in front of me in the beginning, so it is what it is.
I need to get a dash cam. I've been saying that for like.
It's very
Forever.
very handy. I feel like whatever kind of proof you need, the dash cam is there because it records and oh fuck.
Did it do something?
No, it didn't. But I'm like, damn, my
Okay, yo,
laptop's out of
shit.
battery.
Or do you want to do the what if?
Yeah, we started to do
How much
it.
battery do you have left?
That looks
I
like
don't-
less
I
than
don't even
5.
We're back again.
Sorry,
What were we talking about? I forgot.
You.
We're gonna do the what ifs.
Oh, did you get to come up with something?
So, Alexi, what you doing?
Hey yo!
Let's say, hey, ow, what's on you? Okay, you were saying?
To groom her.
Okay. It's like the what if kind of what would you do? All right, John. Let's say you're on the highway. What would you do if you're on the highway, left lane? You still got about another like 20 minutes to get to where you got to go, and you're about to shit yourself. What would you do?
Shit myself.
No, go to the nearest.
You're on the left lane.
You're on the left lane, and like it's heavy traffic, like super heavy, where it's like you don't really
Bumper to bumper.
yeah, you're like kind of fucked.
Well,
What
I know what
would you
Christopher
do?
would do.
not to be gross, but I'm kind of good with holding shit. Like,
No, that's a fucking. That's a talent.
like because
I can't.
you can really hold. I mean, it messes up your stomach, obviously a little bit, but I go hold it. Pee, on the other hand, is something way different. Like
So
holding
you
a
can't-
bladder.
Yeah, but you guys
You
are
can't
fine.
hold
You
your
just
bladder.
I
pick
can
up
hold
a
my bladder
pee
too.
and
I can
Just
hold my bladder
get
too,
yourself.
but there's some people that can't. I'm like trying to remember. That's never happened to me.
But it's like
driving.
it's like an explosive diarrhea type that it's
Yeah,
like, it's like
that's
oh like you have to like figure something out immediately or else you
Well, luckily, if that ever did happen, I was lucky enough to make it to a bathroom like on time. But that's never really happened, and that's why I stay away from coffee. I don't do coffee because it fucks up my stomach like that.
Do you like coffee though?
No.
The taste or anything?
No. I like Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee.
No, you say you don't like coffee.
No, but
Yeah.
like that kind of
Dunkin'-
coffee.
It's coffee.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying.
So
That
you
kind
like
of coffee, okay, but I don't do like those little hot shots
Okay,
of
you don't like
Latin
coladas.
coffee,
They don't do it.
you know, and
cortaditos.
that they do dark or whatever the fuck. I don't do any of that, especially not in the mornings. So
Those shits are
yeah,
crack
that
for your ass.
yeah, it's like taking a bunch of milata, you know, like those
Like the
pastillitas.
stomach pump pills.
Yeah.
Laxatives.
Yes, that. So I don't do coffee like that.
Híjole.
So I always try to stay away from that. But anyway, I'm not really a big coffee drinker. Like the last time I had like an iced coffee has been years, I think.
So, all in all, you would try to hold it in. Well, what happens if you can't?
I guess you have no other choice than you shit on yourself. You shit on your seat, like. What can you do? You know, like.
What would you do, babe? Well, I can't even really say on the highway because you don't drive on the highway. But if you were in bumper to bumper traffic, where you
I
can't,
keep
where you,
praying and squeezing my butt.
I'll probably look for like a bag around my car, and I'll probably like kind of. Oh wait, you can't, right? There's no links to emergency like.
all the way on the left is.
You know what?
Should be-
I would turn on my emergency blinkers and be like slowing down a bit, like you know my car is getting fucked up, and then I'll probably park on the side, look for some bag, try to do whatever I gotta do in that bag. If I don't have a bag, I'll look for a towel, un trapo, or something, and that's about.
See, that's what I was
You
thinking.
know?
I was like, if I'm stuck in the middle of the highway, bumper to bumper, and,
You don't
and
keep
shit's
none of
bad,
that in your car.
it don't matter. I'm pulling over.
Taking out your shirt?
I'm pulling over and I'm plopping down and
I
I'm
keep
doing
a
that
bag.
and I don't care. I'll take my shirt off.
Yeah,
I'll throw it off to the side and I just drive wherever I gotta go without my shirt on.
Yes.
I'm not gonna have a
And
shit
then,
shirt
and
in
then
my car.
somebody's gonna record you and put you on only in days.
You know, I even in my car, I even have like.
On
That is-
I-75?
That is that, and I shit my pants and then the shit gets
I'd rather
through
shit
in
my
car,
pants
and
than
then
be
it gets
recorded.
through and then it gets onto the seat and then you got shit seat.
You have leather.
Actually, she said.
I don't have leather. I got cloth.
But you know,
I could've sworn you had
My
leather.
Kia had leather.
I have in my trunk a storage box. I'll probably use that box.
So just take a shit in the box.
Inside
Dude, you
box.
guys have time. When my shits come in, they don't wait for no one.
Yeah.
Sorry,
no,
it's TMI.
I-
I crown it
I'll
an
use
instant
the
and I gotta
box.
run.
And
When I'm at work, you know
now
how
that
many
she
times
said-
I've lied to customers and I'm like, I look at my Apple Watch like I'm getting an incoming call and I'm
Now
like,
that she said
I'll be right
recording-
back. Rah!
that would be really embarrassing because I could just imagine me trying to get my box out of my trunk and then trying to take a shit in the back seat, and I have my dash cam that records the back. My dash cam that records the back is gonna record
Your little
everything.
penis out. and- Oh, and
That's
you're
another
like,
No, that would be horrible. That would be really, really bad.
That'd be hilarious.
But yeah, no. I mean, I hope that would never happen. And if that
God.
ever did happen to somebody, I'm really sorry for you.
Yeah,
that that's
Dude, I'd
happened.
have to replace the whole car after that.
I mean, because it is true. Sometimes those kind of things do happen. You eat something que no te cae bien. You get some sort of food poisoning from something, like the coffee thing,
Let me tell
whatever.
you.
Like,
Coffee thing.
Let me tell you, I don't know if you remember, but there was one time that we had. I think it was the last time we ever had Olive Garden. And I think that's what I said. No more Olive Garden. That shit messed up my stomach. I was blowing up her toilet.
I think you clogged it, right?
No, not that time.
it wasn't that time. I remember that time. I remember that.
That was the first
I
time.
recorded her.
That was the first time I ever used.
Stop!
That's gonna be another story for another day. That's gonna be another story for another day. Another day, another story.
I would never forget that. I would never forget that shit. That shit's so funny. Literally, shit was funny. I was. Oh shit! Oh my god, that was hilarious. I'm just recording her struggling and shit, and I'm just like, that shit was funny.
Go ahead.
So for all those that
She
are
said, "What I
wondering-
do for a relationship."
I didn't even. Was I gagging?
The what?
Was I gagging?
I don't remember.
So for those that you might be wondering, it's the first time that I ever decided to actually take a shit in this house, and I just so happened to clog it. I asked her if she had a toilet plunger. She said no, it's okay, don't
And I
worry
did.
about it. Guess
You
what?
did.
Yeah.
Oh no, you had mine.
Was
you
there
didn't have
in
one.
there? Oh,
No,
sorry.
she usually sometimes is not really prepared. So I have
Usually.
I had the plunger, so she asked for it, and I gave it to her, and then she's there like, I'm like, what happened? And then she tells me, and I'm just there recording her like, she's like,
Well, to go back to what I was trying to say
It's funny
was
as
that
fuck.
day that after we had that Olive Garden, it messed up my stomach for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it
What'd
was
you
like
have?
it was like a 4-cheese ravioli or some shit like that, and then they added more cheese. It was great, but it messed up my stomach. Whatever. Bottom line is, I was in there and I'm like, bro, what is wrong with my stomach? And she gave me a side de pico,
Okay.
and that is what really just made me really shit my brains out.
Really? It normally just calms your stomach.
No, it makes me poop.
Oh,
That's
wow.
why I tell her when I have a stomach ache, she's like, "Oh, you want a side de pico?" I'm like, "No, fuck that. I'm gonna be in the toilet. No, I don't want that." Whatever. I thought it was finally over.
But you had a stomach ache to use the bathroom, not like a stomach ache to like that.
Yeah.
That was you're feeling nausea or bad or.
So I thought it was over. I get dressed,
Some
whatever.
Toms you probably
Yeah.
needed.
And then right as I was about to leave, I had to go. I went right back, blew up the toilet like 2 more times. I'm like, okay, I think I got everything out of my system now. I think I'm good. I waited like 15, 20 minutes. Finally, get in my car. I start driving home. I get on the highway.
You forgot to
Shit
brush?
on.
That's what it was?
No,
What?
I had to shit again.
Oh.
And it was that bad. It was, and I was on a ramp, so it's like I can't get off. I'm stuck, and I'm praying. I'm sweating.
So was it that you came back?
No, I couldn't. I was on the highway.
Oh.
I was on the highway heading home, and I was just like, "Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh no!" Clamp. I'm just trying to clamp my cheeks, and by some miracle of God, I made it home without any issues. By the time I got home, I was fine. I didn't poop myself, but yeah, that's
So that example was from like a real
Yes.
experience.
yes, that I thought about it.
Almost.
Sit there.
But you're gonna have to get a little closer. Then.
But yeah, I would never forget that moment. That shit was fucking funny. But yeah, that's
Today's episode.
today's episode of us talking about shit.
That's right. Do you remember what you gotta say?
Please subscribe,
That's every episode.
like, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe, follow on Instagram, Twitter,
Soon
TikTok,
to
be TikTok,
be TikTok,
Spotify. Listen,
Spotify. Yes, Spotify and Apple Podcasts too. If
Wait,
you-
an Apple Podcast
Yeah,
also?
yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
there. Yeah.
I thought it was only Spotify.
No, it's on Apple Podcasts too.
Oh yeah.
So follow us on those platforms and stay tuned for the next episode. Hopefully, you don't have to wait very long for another episode. Till next time, then. Goodbye. Peace out.